How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have about 10 days left before a massive event that could change the crypto market in a great way or in a terrible way. We're going to go through that. I want to show you a lot of the charts, though, that are really relevant right now, some ones that we have to pay attention to. Talk about why we're moving up so aggressively right now, because Bitcoin just every time you reload the page after a few hours, it looks like it's moving up significantly. And then we're going to go through the big event that's coming up here soon. If you don't mind hitting the subscribe button, I think that would be fantastic. So that way you can see future videos. A lot of people have been joining the channel recently, especially with this last hype cycle or this last bit of pump. So if you want to see everything that's going to happen over the next couple months, if you want to get all the news as quickly as possible, hit the subscribe. There's also a link down there to Margex in case you do want to place some bets on margin. A lot of people have made a lot of money going long on this over the last week or two. So if you want to check out that link underneath the video, it would help out the channel, and it's a great place if you do want a long or short. Now, crypto is up pretty significantly on the last 24-hour. Bitcoin's up 9%. The market cap's nearing $1.1 trillion, which it's been a long time since we've been there. A lot of other cryptos are up as well, but they're lagging behind Bitcoin a little bit. Ethereum's up 4.3%, BNB's up 4.2%, XRP up 4%, Cardano's up 10%, so actually beating out Bitcoin a little bit. Dogecoin up 6%, and as that happens, obviously the dominance is going up. We can see here on this that the dominance is right around 44.5%. And this is after really breaking out over this level of 42.35, which we broke through about a week ago. And obviously dominance has been going up, not just because of Bitcoin going against all the other altcoins and moving up more in relation to them, but also this includes stablecoin. So a lot of people have been shifting over some of their crypto, some of their stablecoins into crypto recently because they did have some on the sideline. So there's kind of two reasons for why the dominance is going up right now, which I have most of my crypto in Bitcoin, and I've talked about that over the last year, that I have been really aggressively adding Bitcoin, but not so much the altcoins in the meantime. And so far, that's going pretty well. Bitcoin dominance continuing to move up. Now, we do have some key levels coming up here for Bitcoin. Obviously, we've hit about 23,300. We really are looking to break out above the 200-week moving average, which is around 24,600. That would obviously be really bullish. And that will be kind of dependent, I think, a little bit on the S&P 500. Of course, we have seen the market go up a lot because of liquidations, which we'll look at in a second, but there is some tie to the overall market, and we are at a very important point on the SPY, or the S&P 500. We're less than 1% away from breaking this trend line that we have just been rejected by so many times for the last year. So be on the lookout Monday. This could be a big moment. Now, in the meantime, we have seen just a little bit of a short squeeze in Bitcoin and crypto overall over the last couple of weeks, and that's been a large reason why we've been moving up so aggressively. Obviously, we were oversold a lot. We had so much fear baked into the market, but we've also had a couple $1 billion worth of shorts liquidated. One day being 500 million, yesterday being 100 million, the day before that 235 million. And when you look at some of these days too, the longs liquidated were so small, like 235 million versus 21 million. So we've had a lot of pressure to the upside, which has just caused us to squeeze upwards. Now, the fundamentals behind crypto are also pretty strong. Of course, we have had a lot of fear, a lot of doubt with so many of the centralized exchanges going down, but you can see news like this happening every single day. Global cryptocurrency owners grow to 425 million through 2022. So the cryptocurrency owners increased by 39% in 2022. This is coming from crypto.com though, and they don't specify whether this is just new wallet addresses. I would assume that's what it is. A lot of people probably just started new wallets, maybe spread out their crypto, or started on a new platform and needed a new wallet. So that is something to take into account, something to pay attention to. Over the coming years, though, that should probably balloon up pretty quickly, especially when there is more hype. Right now, there isn't a lot of excitement unless you've been in crypto. There aren't people asking you, should I buy crypto now? Unless they've been in the space. It's not like a bunch of relatives yet, at least as far as I can tell. We also have other good news behind the scenes. National Australian Bank launches a stablecoin fully backed by Australian dollars. Now, I believe this is built on Ethereum. pretty bullish. We just continue to see more and more uses of blockchain technology and of crypto in general, and hash rate just hit an all-time high as well. A lot of people bought miners at distressed values, but then couldn't turn them on or had to turn miners off because of the hash rate being too high, and then also the prices being too low that it wasn't profitable. So we had a lot of them turned back on as Bitcoin's moving up because now it is profitable, and hash rate, depending on where you look at it, is somewhere around 275 exahash per second, or some places I've seen even 300. It spiked to 300. We're getting some resolutions as well on FTX and on Genesis. For example, Feds just see 700 million of Sam Bankman-Fried's assets in cash and equity. This is after he said he had just 100,000 left a couple months ago, or a month ago, something like that. But apparently he has more left over than people expected and more than he wanted to let on. They'll probably continue to find more and more crypto, but this is obviously bullish for anyone that had crypto on these exchanges, because the more that they can seize back, the more that they can give back to creditors and to people that FTX owed money to. With all this good news happening and with Bitcoin's price just exploding over the last couple of weeks, obviously there's been a lot of excitement. We're back past the halfway point on the fear and greed index. We're in neutral category, but I think we have to be careful here. A lot of people are just putting in a lot of money right now. Obviously, people are buying if the price is moving up, and we have to be careful because this could be the last shakeout. A lot of people are worried about that. Some people say that we've already hit the bottom, and I have been buying the whole time pretty much. So I'm not trying to be jaded, but there will be some people that just get back into crypto right now that haven't been really paying attention. Pay attention if that's you, if you have just started to tune in again. And if you're buying right now, you are buying at a time where we could fall back down. A lot of people are thinking recession is coming. We are at an important place on the SPY, or on the S&P 500. We've been moving up, but largely due to a short squeeze, and we still have a lot of months before the next Bitcoin halving. So be careful if you have not been buying and you're buying now. Ask yourself why that is. Now, we do have an important date coming up here very soon, January 31st and February 1. So about 10 days from now, you have 10 days to get in, make your positions final before the next FOMC meeting, where they will announce the next rate hike. At this point, we think that, or investors think that it will probably be a 25 basis point hike. That is this here, 4.5 to 4.75. But they're also pricing in a 40% chance that we don't get any rate hike. Personally, I think if we just get 25 basis points, the market will probably be a little bit sideways if they're already pricing in 40% chance that we might not hike at all. But if we obviously hike 50 basis points, the market will not like that. It will probably sell off. That could affect crypto as well. And then from there, they say the terminal rate is somewhere around 4.75 to 5.25 over the coming months and over the coming meetings. Of course, depending on economic data that comes in, these might change, and that will affect the market. We have 10 days before this next meeting happens and they announce the next rate hike. I would assume 25 basis points if this happens again. I think that it will be fine for crypto. I don't think we'll necessarily rally because of 25 basis points, since that's what's priced in right now. But you have to be careful because this could send us back down, or could really set up for the next pump up to maybe 30,000, especially if we break that 200-week moving average and we stay above it. It could be really bullish for Bitcoin and for altcoins in general. Now, just to be clear on what I'm doing, I've been buying Bitcoin a lot over the last year, and I've been buying steadily and trying to dollar cost average pretty much every week. Over the last couple of weeks, as we've moved up in price, I have not been buying as much. I don't think it's a bad value now if you're looking long term, but I bought a lot over the last year, so I'm okay just waiting a little bit, seeing what happens. And right now, since Bitcoin dominance is going up, I would love to see this continue to happen, push closer to 50% or even more, and then buy some altcoins with some of my Bitcoin. Now, of course, do your own due diligence. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's kind of my game plan. That's my thought on the market right now. I am bullish, very bullish over the long term, which is why I hold a large amount of my net worth in cryptocurrency, but I'm also diversifying in other ways, such as real estate and stocks as well. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Do you think we're back to a massive bull run? It is really nice to see crypto moving up this much. I wouldn't be surprised if we moved up again a little bit more assuming the Fed meeting goes smoothly and inflation data continues to come down, see us move back up, but then maybe just, steadily gain, not these explosive moves that we've seen over the next year before the Bitcoin halving, but then steadily move up throughout the spring and summer, and then maybe start to really kick off getting ready for the next Bitcoin halving in fall and winter of next year. That'll be exciting. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hit subscribe underneath the video. Check out Margix if you want to go and use leverage, because you can make a lot of money. Just be careful. Make sure that it's only money that you are willing to lose, and I'll see you in the next video.